tell me about that whole journey, how you got started into this and how you moved from Jersey to Pennsylvania to Florida.
Oh, okay. Well, I was born and raised in New Jersey, and I started playing music when I was very young, like fourth grade. I think I was like 10 or 11 years old. Started playing drums and played through middle school, high school, marching band, jazz band, the whole deal. And I actually went on the road pretty young with my original band, got the whole feel of that, and that surprisingly didn't scare me away at 18, 19 years old. I'm still going now. I went
What was
into
that band called?
that band was called Steel Grass. It was an original band that I had back literally when I was 18. Excuse me. And started traveling with different bands, started record. Well, I actually went into a studio the first time probably when I was still in high school. Well, definitely. I was probably like 16. And I remember the whole studio thing, even though it was a small home studio that this gentleman owned, I was like, oh, I like this, all the knobs and everything. It was like flight control to me. So I started
Mm.
getting into production um, through a friend of mine named Dave Durr, musical genius and great producer back in the day. And now his company makes really like high-end studio equipment. So got out from behind the drums a little bit and then started, I'm trying to phrase this all up without taking too long. Sorry.
Oh,
And then
this is good.
I moved to Pennsylvania when I was like in my early 20s. And so I had a little more room, had my own house, and that's why I started getting more equipment. And then in the garage on that property, we built my first studio out in, I believe it was 2004. So I had that facility and, had bands coming from all over. But we talked about moving to Florida for years. But then in the late, like 2015, 2016 and whatnot, so many artists, excuse me, so many artists started doing the remote thing with me. Even some of my clients in New Jersey, they were just emailing stuff because it was easier. So I
Hmm.
started thinking to myself, I could, I don't need my New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania based clientele to make a living doing production. So that's when we started looking into moving down here. And the next page in 2019, we just decided to do it. We did it, thank God, before the shutdown and everything. And we
Right.
moved. We got into our house in October of 2019 down here in Englewood. Got the studio done and built not much after that in the summer of 2020, amongst all the insanity. And here it is.